let's continue playing Advance Wars. When we last left off, we were back in Blue Moon territory for some bizarre reason. Who's that? Olaf's invasion, Marin Star is where this all began. During the attack, Andy was seen leading sorties in several countries. You saw him yourself, didn't you? So, doesn't this all side create exceedingly odd? Well, now that you mention it. You see what I'm getting at? It would have been impossible for Orange Star to launch multiple offensives while trying to repel Olaf's attack. That's the anomaly I wanted to show you. Impossible. Getting angry by the moment. It seems that our mystery foe has the ability to create human clones. I think it's safe to say we encountered several copies of Andy. Blast. It was terrible. I have some more stones to return, so I'll be going. What are your plans? I won't leave this madman on the loose. I'll find him and crush him. It's up to you then, Eagle. Hail to the Prince of the Skies. Good luck. And thus, we have a mystery opponent, which we must face with either Sammy, Max, or Andy, and we're gonna face it with Andy. It's my turn. So, Andy times 2. Mission 19. We're probably at the end of the game. And Eagle. Andy. Please accept my apologies. I'm sorry I doubted you. What the? It's another me. Yes. That's the clone of you, our enigmatic foe somehow constructed. Starting with Green Earth, he's attacked several countries. Are you serious? I've caused a lot of trouble for you, but I'd like to battle by your side. The green units are mine. Let me handle all the enemy air units. It'll give you time to push straight ahead and storm the foe's headquarters. Indeed it will. Now, you'll see he's got a lot of air units, but so does Eagle. And Eagle's as good as you'll get ever with them. There are a few problems on the board, though. No fog of war, thankfully, which is always a plus. It's been a while since we last had that happen. But we've got a couple of naval units, and various other things. The quickest way to win this is to sneak a unit round and capture the headquarters. But there's a lot in the way to do that. So we're going to go for naval superiority this way. That is the plan. We planned it. We're going there and diving. Next, we're just going to stay out of their attack range as much as we can. In fact, we can't get into their attack range, I don't believe. Nope, we can't. So let's move to there. That should deal with the lander. Next step, we want to go and deploy all of that. So our punching through is really going to consist of one mid-tank. Still, it's a good mid-tank. I won't hear a word said against this mid-tank. Let's go and see what they can do. Day 1, Eagle. I'll make him suffer, fooling Eagle. And now we get to watch. Hurrah. When that's what Bomber dealt with, he'll actually probably deal with most of the aerial forces before we have anything to worry about. And actually, I think this might even charge his ability up nearly fully. Well, we'll see. We have a single mid-tank on this offensive track, so who knows? Yeah, I'm struggling to start with comments. I apologise. It's not a lot I can do though. It's and this. All right, 2 minutes. Right, and I'll try to remember to edit that out, but no promises. Maelstrom, come, all who oppose me. Destroy! Power mode access, hyper repair initiate. And yes, he has a mimic of our powers as well. Oh, we did deal with some of the battleship, which is nice of him. But now we have a power boost to worry about this turn. Not that the power boost is going to make a difference to a lot of the units, but... yeah. That's going to severely weaken our little counter-offensive, actually, losing both of those bombers. Yeah. This is still problematic. Why couldn't you brought just a couple more bombers? That would have been much more useful. I mean, next turn you get your power as well, and that pretty much wipes out any and all, yeah, any and all air units, but... okay, we saw where you went. Right, our turn. And since we know... oh, darn it. I suppose there's no harm in moving that there, actually, so... wait there. Next thing, actually, I can't attack that just yet. Let's go and kill off that unit as much as we can. I might have to send the battleship actually round. We'll see. Sub v sub combat. Is definitely more in my favour. Let's see. Actually, we did deploy a couple of things which would be quite useful, but... alright, let's go for it. We'll do that. Next up, mid-tank, and yeah, we got too much coming towards us really, so we're going to have to play this defensively, I think. And then probably move our battleship back around to try and help out the naval units. Okay, Eagle. Your last turn that you actually have even matter in this battle, actually, strangely. Yeah, that's not a problem. I mean, that bomber can still, in theory, do... it can't do anything, actually. But there's no way of repairing it. There's nowhere to repair it. And now he is out of air units. Two. Well, you're probably not going to be able to do a lot to that, really. Well, 2 more fighters to get rid of, and then I'm not sure what else we can do without you. Oh, I forgot about that one, actually. 7-5. I think this is going to give Andy another repair as well, because of all the damage that has been done. In fact, I'm next to certain it will. Well, this was all very exciting, wasn't it? Battleship almost dead, but we'll basically recover what damage it's done now, I believe. Oh no, of course, no. On the turn you use your power, you don't get any... okay. No, that was a free turn, essentially, for doing him damage. Counter-strike comes back. Units start fusing. That was a kind of pointless little loop move, which is going to end up with you being destroyed. Or not. 3 mid-tanks versus 1. And then possibly a battleship. Except that they've got one of those as well. And in fact, they're actually not. They're actually now moving to go down to where my forces are, which is a little annoying. I suppose I'll split them up, which is a good thing, but... Alright, let's get these things captured. Alright, that can't get close enough anymore. That is gonna have to... Ah, this is gonna present some problems now. I can just sense it, there are going to be problems from this. Interestingly, I think this is one of the few missions where you can actually do a sort of counter loss move. Because if you go and conquer their headquarters, they lose all the green units, and I think that does lose you the game, if we do it in this case. I don't know. One of those interesting things, I guess, we could potentially do in the future. But we're not going to, because we're not silly. Or at least not that silly. Okay, sub gone. Now we're going to have to send that unit round. Hope it's got enough fuel to last and do things. What have we got in the way of anti-air up here? I actually don't have anything left anti-air that's going to worry me at all, so... let's do that. Also, because you've got rid of most of the stuff that we were worried about over here, I'm going to do that, which means we protected our inventory there. Alright, Eagle, not a lot of units or turns left for you to do anything. Let's see if you can't be somewhat useful. Because what I would do with those units now is use them as blocking pieces, but he's not going to do that, because that's not the most optimum way of using them at the moment. Also, it thinks. Yeah, so now we're just going to sit them there. Thankfully, we didn't give it a turn of... oh, darn it, I forgot about that battleship, although it's... I think we can be alright with forgetting about that battleship, to be honest. Okay, cruiser basically damaged. Mid-tank's on the march. Thankfully, I think where I've got them positioned is actually quite nice for... just outright destruction here. There goes half, and here comes the other half. He does get a repair next turn, and he can hurt. Ah, that's a problem. Alright, let's drop you off there. Next turn, you're going to fly up there. Yeah, I can't check attack range of that unit because it doesn't attack, of course. Head over there and rise. Next up, we're going to go and do some damage, I think. You're going to go up and start capturing that for no reason, really. And you're going to do the same. Only with less capturing. Now, there's a chance they'll go for the lander, actually, here, which I wouldn't mind. Eagle can do nothing, even though I've said what the most useful move would be. That battleship is going to be a problem in a few turns. Because it's covering the headquarters. So all that repair is not good for keeping things alive, like, say, that. There are useful things you can still do! Alright, this is now a little more problematic, but still well in hand. I think actually the problem with this turn is going to be... I can't target both with that. Oh well. Drops that mid-tank down to 6. We've now got our repair up. That'll drop that mid-tank down to 6 as well. And hopefully that will mean that'll be okay there. Let's go kill that tank off for now. Don't want it coming back and being repaired. Yeah, I thought it would be. Which is a problem for a few reasons. Oh, with Sammy, it would be less of a problem, but nothing I can do about that. Right, so let's just check out ranges. We know that's going to be fine. We know if it sits next to it, it will be fine, but it's not going to be fine there. Alright, you're going to have to use up some fuel. Alright, you've got to stay there. And then you... yeah, attack. Not much point in holding station, really, so we'll go with that. We've also got a mid-tank in reserve, and a power next turn when we need it. Eagle, of course, does nothing! And that battleship's starting to get annoying. Thankfully it's dying next turn, but... that's the other problem, of course. They've got a cruiser covering their second battleship. Alright, down to 5. That wipes out our mech. I might actually run the rockets up. I'm not sure at this stage. Oh well, let's get some repair done first. Because if nothing else, that's a small power boost. Next, kill off that battleship. Then we'll see what we can do about other things on the board. Well, firstly, you can wipe out one of those 2 units, so let's go and do that. Next, if I check for attack range... ah, darn it. I had an odd feeling that I wouldn't be able to get away with that, but... nah. Alright, that's fine. We'll live without that turn. We will go and kill you off, though, because we can. You can go and attack from there. And then our other infantry can attack from above. And wipe out. Well, you got 2 shots, so basically out of fuel, basically out of ammo. I'm just thinking at this stage. It might be quicker to try and wipe them out, actually. It's almost certainly going to be quicker, actually. Right, you have 4 units and can do basically nothing. Except kill my infantry when I go in to attack you. Alright, wounded rocket. Battleship says goodbye. Goodbye. You don't have a lot of fuel left, but that'll weaken it enough that we might be able to go and take the headquarters in 2 turns. Well, 3 turns, I'd imagine it would be. You, we're going to send up as a sacrifice, although you're going to be too far back. You, we're going to send as a blocking move just in case. Well, let's have a go at this then. Yeah, basically no units left. And turn them. Alright. Yep, you fuse up. No other actions here. And he repairs, depressingly. What a time for that. Because 8 is going to be enough to do significant damage here. Yeah, down to 5. That's not going to manage it now unless I bring up a much, much, much nicer target. And there is no such thing as a much, much, much nicer target, I don't believe. So this extends a little. Let's go battleship then, put into range of that. Mid-tank advances. You advance. You advance. Counter on the off chance, but I don't think it's going to make a difference now. That was in range anyway last time. That will just make it even more obvious a target. Do not shoot the infantry, please. Okay. So now I've got to go and try and kill them off, which is depressing and going to be slow. And it doesn't help that I've sacrificed units already to try and do this. Boom. Boom. Kinda boom. Even though this is going to take forever to do with a mid-tank. And let's merge you two together for no reason. Well, there might be a reason, but it's not a good one. Yeah, battleship's down to 3 shots, but it should be okay here. In fact, if we move it somewhat aggressively, we're probably going to put it into a battleship war with the other one. So you have a cruiser and you have a battleship left. I meanwhile have a rocket that's doomed. And hey, I did manage to pull your cruiser into attack range. I did something useful. Right. Let's go for a repair. Let's see exactly if there's anywhere I can put you. I'm going to put my battleship there in order to actually counter-reduce and do some damage. If I put... Yeah, I can't even move the lander into a stupid position to get it shot at, actually. Oh well, we'll keep you alive by putting you there. We'll attack that there for no reason. Down to 5. If it was that weak, we could actually probably have a go at this now, but... Oh well. I don't imagine that infantry's going to be able to take it before I win this normally, but... God, Eagle's been useless this game. Other than getting his units killed off in silly, silly ways. Move them over land! Oh, lander moves up. I suppose that at least puts it within range, and we're fairly sure that they are going to... He is going to go and kill off that unit, which is not going to be moved, of course. Drop. Oh, darn it. No, don't drop, because otherwise that will end up being a problem. So I'll have to drop next to... no, it's still in range. Oh, and I did... well, that was just me being stupid. So, yeah, I've got no way of killing that off now. I've got to wait and kill off the battleship. And then just wait for that cruiser to get into range. So I'm 3 turns away from winning. Hooray. And there's going to be no prizes for guessing I'm going to have a low speed score here. It did start well, though. That we've got at least. Alright, cruiser, come on. If you move somewhere close to where I am, I'll be quite happy, but I don't think you will. Nope. Stage 1 done. Eagle does nothing again. Don't know why you're moving over there, except that possibly to try and get to these, I guess. And that is victory. A very slow victory. We've won for the time being. Here they come again. Christ, there's no end in sight. You don't have time to waste around here. Leave this to me and go. You have 2 fighters left. No, Sammy. You have to go as well. No. Even you can't stand against this horde. You have no idea how powerful a foe awaits your friends. You can't face them alone. Go, Sammy. Go. I understand. Watch your back. Yeah. Those signified eagles no easy prey. Yes, you're flying around in the ocean going, wouldn't we get to land so they can't shoot us? Oh, and that's the worst victory score we got thus far. Oh dear, it's all gone a bit to pot, hasn't it? Oh well, next time we move on to the penultimate mission. So, until then.